big fight. Um, but props to both teams for making the fight, and that's all I can say. I'm a boxing fan, so whenever I see big fights get made, I enjoy it.
Stylistically, this fight seems, I don't know, a little bit kind of off. I'm just watching how Devin Haney has really kind of elevated in the pros, stepping up, getting better performance by performance. Now, not saying that Garcia hasn't done the same, but not at that level. Um, Talk to me about at least that. Is that a big concern in the fight when it comes down to Ryan? And then obviously, has he had enough time with Derrick James? And did you see anything that Derrick James can fix? I don't know. Is that a good combination with Derrick James and Ryan? Talk to me. What you think about this fight?
Um, See, the thing about combinations with coaches, when people say that, I always say, well, maybe no coach could get a guy over certain people. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Right.
Like, I don't know if anybody could get Ryan over Tank for where Ryan was at in his career at that particular time. I love Derek James as a coach, but they got their work cut out for him because you're exactly right. Devin has advanced past what we see in Ryan right now. Devin is still developing under the gun. His last performance was excellent. He struggled with Loma, but he answered the call with Loma. I'm not getting into who won or lost because everybody have their opinion about that. But he was in the ring with a legitimate great fighter, and he found a way to win the fight and not come apart down the stretch where Loma was really coming and putting some heat on Devin. So you grow from those moments. Um, it looks like Devin has advanced past Ryan Garcia at this point. But props to Ryan for taking the fight. Ryan is familiar with Devin, so that's a plus for him. He's familiar with him as a fighter, and Ryan um he seems to have a lot of confidence in Derek James. So they got to come up with a great game plan. And Ryan, this is what camps is for. Ryan's gonna have to elevate his game. Uh, the level that I've seen Ryan at is under the level that I've seen Devin at. So Ryan has to elevate in order to be competitive in this fight. Um, that's all I can say. Devin is going to be the favorite. I think Devin should win the fight, but I'm a big fan of Derek James, and let's see what they could come up with. And I would like to see their amateur fights. Heard that they were tied 3-3, so I'm curious to see how their amateur fights went. Because maybe Ryan know he got his number. Maybe Ryan feel like, what, this is a guy that just can't beat me. I don't know. I didn't see the amateur fights, but I'm
I
curious
overheard
to
in
see
it.
that.
I overheard in an interview with Ryan's dad, and I'm going to be speaking to Ryan's dad soon. Um, that he's giving Devin two standing eight counts in the amateurs. Does that mean anything as far as when it comes to pros putting on the eights and stuff like that?
Nah, nah. Mm-mm. Standing 8 count is just a good clean punch. You go to an amateur show, it don't really mean nothing.
Right.
Now, if he said he stopped Devin, that's different, or he knocked him down.
Yeah.
But a standing 8 count is just a good head snapping punch or a
I know.
combination. And you
They
get a
give
standing
them
eight
out too
count.
fast.
Yeah, so it's not really that deep. You just gotta just be careful when you hear certain things. That ain't nothing, man. You get your head snapped back with a good shot, or the headgear gets like a little bit like disorganized. They call it standing 8 count. That ain't nothing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's been worse. I did my amateur career like '06 and stuff like that. The standing eight counts weren't necessarily given out as fast as they are now, but I
Mm,
never been pro, so that's why I explained like, hey, listen, you put on the eights, and normally when they give a standing eight count is because the guy he got hit with a shot and he's not responding well, or he's just not responding because he's overwhelmed with a lot of punches as well.
yeah, but it ain't no standing 8 count in pro boxing. So
Exactly. Yeah.
that don't mean much. But I am curious to see um some of their last few amateur fights. I don't know how old they were when they fought. They're probably different fighters now, but I'm curious to see, you know, um, why Ryan took this fight. Because quite frankly, Ryan get beat up or stopped against Devin, it's going to look like he's not on the championship level. So I thought that Ryan probably would go for an easier title, but props to him.
Yeah.
He's a fighter. And 140, you got a lot of smoke out there. You got Matias, you got Teofimo, but I thought Ryan would go for Raleigh, to be honest with you. No disrespect to Raleigh, but I feel like that out of all of those guys, that Ryan probably matched up better with him.
They
So,
were trying to make the fight.
okay.
They were trying to make it, and I don't know. I guess back and forth with De La Hoya and Rolly felt like, hey, you know what? You're not gonna go back and forth with my career. So they just got They were both battling for Cruz. I guess.
Okay.
That was a good style for Ryan as well, and I guess
Okay.
Cruz holds a high popularity for the people as well.